The evil Tan army is on the move. Led by General Plastro, their threat looms large. None of our green patrols have returned. The Tan are massing on our borders. Top secret photos acquired by GPN show the Green Alpha Wolf Squadron mobilizing. Colonel Grimm, leader of Green Forces, is personally overseeing preparations. Sarge and all Green Forces stand ready to help Alpha Wolf Squadron end the Tan menace. Piloting our finest copters are men like Captain William Blade. His record speaks for itself. Tan forces are on the move. Their ultimate target, green life and liberty. No matter what foe, or in what strange land. Alpha Wolf Squadron stands ready to take on any challenge, tan, blue, or otherwise. The stakes are high. The Green Army will take battle to a new height. The time has come for Army Men Air Combat. And with that horribly placed intro, or horribly timed intro, welcome to my Let's Play of Army Men Air Combat. I'll be doing the single player campaign, and this game, which seems to be copying from an idea of the Strike series, which might have copied from others, but there was Desert Strike and Jungle Strike, and then they eventually came out with Nuclear Strike, which you pilot a helicopter, and this basically is copied most of the ideas, as in that game you got a co-pilot, which the co-pilot could determine how your helicopter worked so that it wasn't all the same. Some made the winch go faster, others made your weapons more effective. This has done the same with such clever names as Woodstock, and his expertise is the machine guns. And when it talks about the Jungle Wars, I'm pretty sure it's talking about Vietnam, making a hint at that. Yeah, then you have Hardcore, who he helps homing rockets. Because, unlike most helicopters, the helicopters you pilot seem to be mass-murdering machines that could probably single-handedly win the war by themselves. Oh wait, you might possibly do that. Then there's Rawhide, who has the most confusing description, which Rawhide is as comfortable behind a rocket launcher as on a cattle drive. I don't know about you, but I'm not really 100% sure what a cattle drive is, and I think I'd be more comfortable behind the rocket launcher. That and the fact that if I'm behind the rocket launcher, I can't get shot by it. Anyways, which, even though it talks about rocket launchers and stuff, it says he has a proficiency with the winch, which has nothing to do with rocket launchers. Anyways, and then they add a female character who they've nicknamed Bombshell, and she loves napalm because your helicopter seems to be the equivalent of a squadron of jets. Anyways, with that, I use wood stock because the machine gun is what I mostly use. Anyways, the first mission they give you is Green Intelligence reports General Plastro, which I would like to mention, he leads the Tan Army, but the Green Army is led by a Colonel, which is about 2 ranks lower than a General. I'm wondering if that's why the Green Army always seems to be on the losing end. Of course, what makes less sense is that it's saved by a Sergeant most of the time, of all things. But then again, Sergeant Hawk is one mean green fighting machine, and so you can't really blame him. Anyways, basically the Green Army is short on supplies, and it's your job to restock them, because like in all games at this time, you were the only person capable of thinking. Anyways, this mission skips the tutorial altogether and just sends you into battle. If you don't read the instruction booklet, you're kind of screwed. Luckily, it's not a hard mission, so you can screw around with the different things. The one good thing about this game is you can at least strafe side to side. It definitely helps. I don't know why I'm using the homing rockets. I personally hate them, but anyways, most enemies die to the machine gun pretty well too, which leaves you to wonder why you have anything else. But then again, they overstock you with everything, at least for the first few missions. And you start off with a pretty big amount of ammo and stuff. And later on, they just give you even more high-tech weaponry. I mean, you're a helicopter and they give you napalm. The best is you can pick up all the little pieces of scenery, like the rocks, to go destroy enemies. In fact, just because I feel like it, I'm going to pick up this rock and go squish a jeep, because God hates jeeps. Anyways, yeah, they give you a Huey helicopter, which basically looks like the transport helicopters from Vietnam, which at the beginning of the game you'd think would be at a disadvantage, but you know, also going with Vietnam, which napalm was heavily used at, the Huey gets napalm. The later helicopters on the later on in the game seem to have better weapons that you get when you start with them. And to be honest, once you get the better helicopters, there's no point in actually using the weaker, older ones. Also, for some reason, Blue Army has teamed up with Tan again, and they always carry supplies on them because, I don't know. Anyways, yeah, your whole goal is to get this supplies, but if you look at the supplies, it doesn't look that much bigger. If it is even bigger than the helicopter I'm in, which, you know, unless this thing can just, like, magically spawn supplies, I guess it makes no sense. But, whatever. And that is this game's version of the Portal. In Sarge's Heroes, it was a blue cup, which I'm pretty sure resembled the cups you could get the toy soldiers in, such as the toy soldiers that came out in Toy Story. Green Army resupplied. New offensive plan. Yes, because one box manages to supply an entire army. Then again, the Green Army isn't that big, so, you know. The plastic supplies have been delivered to all our boys on the other side of the portal. All is well. Good job, Captain. Yeah. Anyways, that's all for now.